Rich Tarani with TMC here. Thanks for watching. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada for ITEXPO 2014. Michael Krabadlowski is with us from Aspect. How are you, Michael?
I'm great. Good to see you.
Likewise, thanks for being on the program. I was hoping we can start off by just briefly describing Aspect and what you guys are up to these days.
Well, times are pretty busy for us at Aspect. So for those of you that don't know, Aspect is a contact center and workforce optimization provider. And we do a lot of things, obviously, in the contact center, but also in the enterprise. And that can range from workforce optimization to link deployments, digital services, that sort of thing. So we're doing an awful lot right now. And some of the things most recent in the last year, we acquired a company called Voxeo. And Voxeo, for those of you that don't know, they're one of the best in the industry for self-service. And they've been providing self-service in the cloud for almost 14 years now. And so with that acquisition, we acquired those data centers as well, or they're now part of the family as well. So that gives us a big advantage to our cloud strategies in the contact center space as well.
So really, your company has been around for decades as a leader in customer premise equipment and just equipment that you would buy. You put
right.
in an ACD, workforce management software, and you've done a lot of acquisitions over the last few decades of some of the top companies in the space. And one of the areas where the industry was going was cloud, and now you've adapted and you've made an acquisition, and now you've got kind of this dual strategy.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, so obviously our premise business is still really strong, and we have a lot of our legacy customers that are still happy, but they're looking to where's their next platform. Yes, we've been around for 40-some years, but we see the value of cloud, as does our customer, and not only just because of the cost savings, but because of the ease of deployment, being more agile, being able to burst up or scale back depending on the business needs. So it's really all about our customers and what they need to do for their customers. So we launched this January our first cloud contact center application called Zipwire. You might have heard of it. It's at zipwire.aspect.com. But really our objective there was to create a really simple cloud-based 100% SaaS platform that people can leverage for contact center. So we, while we still have our premise and hosted solutions, and we offer managed services for those premise and hosted solutions, we're really digging in deep now to the 100% cloud area for some of our offerings, and that being the self-service platforms, Prophecy and CXP. Those can be premise or 100% cloud, and then we really see the value of having our 100% cloud-based Zipwire platform, which will continue to grow as the years go on here. We got a lot planned for 2015.
Sure. Now, what about hybrid companies? You mentioned bursting.
We have a lot of customers interested in a hybrid approach. They may have some real specialized or customized needs, so they require some premise. But for some things like proactive notification, some self-service applications, those types of things, they could completely leverage those in the cloud. So they don't have to have them on-premise or in their network, right? They can leverage them in the cloud and use them when they want to, and then when that campaign is done or they're no longer needed or they want to expand, that's really easy to do in the cloud. So they still may have their premise needs, and we have lots of customers that still like to have things on-prem. Think about healthcare, think about financial services, not really ready to go 100% cloud at this time.
Sure.
But they would be willing to use it for certain things, like I said, for
Sure.
self-service or proactive engagement, two-way dialogue through SMS, and we have solutions that do that all in the cloud.
So for companies that may be watching right now considering becoming one of your customers, is there a size that they need to be typically to be a good fit for you?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, we always say that for the premise solutions, 250 to 500 is really the sweet spot. We scale up to tens of thousands for some of our customers, but our Zipwire solution, that's 100% cloud-based. We have as few as 10, agents, all the way up to hundreds. So it can scale to enterprise level. if necessary.
Great. So, what can you tell us about what's next for you guys? Any new news?
Well, yeah, I mean, so part of the cloud strategy is expanding our network. So we're expanding our data centers into Brazil, also into Asia and more places in Europe. So we're expanding that infrastructure. As part of Zipwire, it's 100% guaranteed uptime. So we really want to make sure that we have that redundancy built into all those data centers and nothing fails and flips over as necessary, right? So we have one here in Vegas as well and one in Orlando. So we're expanding that footprint, and really important for us as we plan, what's next with our cloud strategies.
Fantastic.
The other thing that's growing big is our managed services. So expanding that capability. We have quite a few very large customers that are leveraging our managed services, so they don't touch or take care of anything. It's all on their premise, but we manage everything from A to Z as far as the infrastructure, the hardware, upgrades, all of that. So that's one way to leverage the cloud, a private cloud solution where it's on their prem, but we're managing it 100% for them.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much for being here today. This was fantastic.
I really appreciate it. Good. Looking forward to the show.